About the product, I can say that Roncato is one of the only company in the world that have very long experience and expertise in production of luggage. In fact, this knowledge dates since, I would say, 50 years. Roncato is a pioneer in the luggage industries and is the only company in the world having in Italy steel production and producing still everything, all components regarding our collections. The catalog you have is quite big. As you have seen, it's about 230 pages. So what I would advise is maybe for Korean, it could be more interest in this specific moment to concentrate to the made in Italy. But it is also true that maybe there are other collections that it could be suitable for the Korean market. So I would like to exchange with you and detect which are the collections or products that are suitable for Korean market. Again, because we are producer, we are able also to adjust or to produce on behalf of big companies, B2B or specific project, certain type of product. For example, nowadays in Vietnam, I'm carrying on a project for Italian Trade Commission, and we would like to develop a collection which is with the logo Hanoi, and that will be exhibited in the Italian pavilion and will be sold only, I would say, to VIP persons that visit Casa Mia, Casa Italia, etc. In China, we did a specific project, for example, for in bank, insurance bank, or for trains. So what I'm saying is that if you have projects where you need a specific product conceived with the name of the company, so Lotte, Hyundai, etc.
Collaboration,
collaboration, yes, we can make because we are producer, okay? And we will evaluate time by time the quantity and the lead time. Talking about standard collection. So I would say that today the real core business for Roncato is the Made in Italy collections. And when I talk about Made in Italy, I think that for Korea, the collections that I sent to you, so D-Box, Double Premium, Y, WeGlam, these are the 4 Made in Italy collections that we believe are suitable for Korea. But if I'm wrong, please tell me. We will, as you say, rediscuss, and we are ready to, as you say, to send you other samples if you think that these samples, these products are not convenient for the Korean market. What I think is that today, and this maybe it will be for the next year, because of COVID situation, customers travel, I would say, domestic. So they travel inside the country. So what we see, for example, and this is the case for Japan, for China, and for other countries, people move inside the country, and a lot. So the type of trip can be a weekend, or it can be maybe a business trip that at the end carry on as a long weekend, or can be, I would say, like I would say a break, spring break, or whatever. But people still move. It's not true that people don't move. people move, but they move inside the country. So this means that maybe also the type of luggage and the product they use must be adapted to this new way of traveling. Because if you travel for a short weekend, you don't need a big luggage, as it was the case before when the Korean used to go abroad. So maybe they just need a medium or a cabin. This is the reason why I sent you as a product, for example, Y. Y is a collection that you will see they have a large, medium, and cabin, and for some colors you have only medium and cabin. This was, in fact, how do you say, our wish to show you that in this moment people buy more medium and cabin. Talking about material, so in the collection you have received, you have practically 3 different type of material. You have polypropylene, which is used for the box and Y. Then you have polycarbonate, which is used for the sample you have in double premium. And then you have woven polypropylene, which is WeGlam. The technology to produce these 3, I would say, material is completely different. Because polypropylene is a plastic where the raw material is practically powder. And this powder, once injected in a machine at a very high temperature, it becomes liquid. And this liquid is injected in molds that have the shape of the shell. That we have in our warehouse different type of molds, also to produce all the plastic parts. So practically, you have to imagine that for the plastic part, Roncato has an enormous variety of molds because we are able to produce every single component in plastic. The molds to produce polypropylene is very expensive. Usually it could be about 1 million euro. It's very expensive to produce polypropylene. Polypropylene is a very resistant plastic. It is used, for example, in daily use to produce the bumper of cars. So the cars, all the plastic part is polypropylene. Because the, I would say, features of polypropylene is to be resistant, it doesn't scratch, it can survive to very big difference in temperatures, so very high temperatures as very low temperatures. It doesn't change. It's very easy to clean. It doesn't alterate to UVA. So if you have a piece of luggage in red and you put it in your window shop, the sun, UVA sun, does not alterate the color of the material. So polypropylene is widely used to produce luggage because it is one of the most resistant, I would say, material. The only problem is that the cost to produce this product is very high. So it means that you need to have very high volume in production and the sales to make this type of product. The other material that is very resistant also is the polycarbonate. Polycarbonate, there are many types of polycarbonate. Roncato, as it is the case for polypropylene, we use European material and we use very high standard quality material. This is the case for polycarbonate. There are many types of polycarbonate in the market, which is exactly the same when you buy, for example, a pullover, a sweater in wool, a sweater in cashmere is not the same. Cashmere costs more than wool. So Roncato is practically, if we can make this comparison, is using the most sophisticated and the most expensive polycarbonate. We don't mix polycarbonate to ABS. So it means that we use pure polycarbonate. Sometimes competitors, especially in the very low range, they don't use pure polycarbonate. Not using polycarbonate, origin polycarbonate, it can have some effects which is more breakable, more fragile. A very important thing to remember to the customers in terms of polycarbonate is that, like cashmere, is very delicate. You cannot wash in the washing machine. You need to wash it to very low temperature. Polycarbonate too needs to have some attention. When you go home and you want to clean your piece of luggage, polypropylene, no worry, you can clean it with chemical substances. Polycarbonate, don't use chemical substances because fragilize the material, and in the long term you can have a problem with your luggage. It means especially the most breakable part is the part where are assembled the wheels, because it's the part that are submitted to more shock. So our advice is to clean the piece of luggage using a sponge with water and eventually neutral soap, very neutral soap. Polycarbonate so is another plastic material, very resistant like polypropylene, but more expensive. Also because is usually lighter than polypropylene. In a daily use, polycarbonate is used, for example, in the airplane. The window shop of airplane is made in polycarbonate. This shows you what? That polycarbonate can resist also to big different temperatures. So it's a material very sophisticated, very light, because it is used on this purpose to give to the product the lightness, but is also more expensive. So polypropylene, if we have to make another comparison, is like cotton. Polycarbonate is like silk. Cotton is less expensive than silk. And also, I would say, is always, there are many varieties of cotton, like you have many varieties of silk. Also in polypropylene, you have many varieties of polypropylene and many varieties of polycarbonate. Roncato is using the most sophisticated and the most expensive ones. Last but not least, we have the PP woven, so the woven fabric of polypropylene. And in this case is the WeGlam Collection. WeGlam Collection is our latest collection developed last year that has the advantage to use as material a fabric in polypropylene. So this means that it is a mix of technology, injection, and thermoformation. PP woven is the strongest, resistant, and lightest material existing in the world in the use of production of luggage. WeGlam, in fact, is a collection. If you look at the, I would say, speech I prepare, you can see that is really very, very light compared to, I would say, the weight according to the size. The large size, it's about 3 kilo. The medium 2 kilo 7, and the cabin 2 kilo. If you compare to other products that are in the market with this size, with this volume, it's very difficult to find a product that with 4 double wheels, with all the technological parts that it has, is so light. WeGlam also has a body which is very resistant. You can clean with the chemical substances, doesn't scratch, doesn't alterate, very long lasting. We have all the profile are the piping in Italian leather. So all the piping of this product is in leather, including the address holder. Then we have 4 double wheels that are, as I told you, as components made in our factory. These wheels, if you disassemble, you can see that the pin of, I would say, a stainless steel, which is attached to the body of the luggage, is very long and very strong. So this gives the stability to the luggage, and also I would say the resistance, because one of the part which is more breakable in a piece of luggage is wheels, trolley system, and I would say the zip. So our wheels are very, very solid. The body is also very solid. When we go to the zip, our zip is a double zip coin, which means that it's very difficult to open. Usually thieves, and unfortunately, I would say people try to steal, especially while you are in, I would say, well, in a transfer. So this is a very delicate moment, because it is not only the danger to be stolen, but it's also the danger that the people can put inside your luggage something that does not belong to you. So our collections have the double zip coin. So the product that I sent to you have this double zip coin, so protects your luggage from infringement. So it's very difficult to open. Inside the WeGlam, when you open it, you can see that you have the internal organization is very nice, because you have double pockets, and you have also a secret pocket which is positioned between the trolley bar. This secret pocket is very useful too. Sometimes to put, I would say, medicaments or I would say keys or whatever. However, is a part that is exploiting in his globality the capacity of the luggage. As I told you, you have 3 size and 4 colors. So eventually you look through the catalog and you will see. About double premium, Double Premium is a polycarbonate product, and like the box, you have the front pocket, which is removable. And next week, I will show you how you can remove this part.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, and in my speech also I explained what is useful for, because when you travel, to remove the front pocket is really very convenient for many reasons. When you have, for example, you don't want to check in your luggage, but the aircraft is full and they ask you to leave your luggage down, but you have the computer inside. So if you can remove the front pocket, it is quite convenient. Or when you travel by train and you are afraid that somebody could eventually steal your computer, you abstract, you just slip out the, I would say, the front pocket, and so you are safe. You can use also the base of the front pocket as a table. While you are driving, for example, you are in a taxi or you are in a bus and you have the need to work. For example, in Seoul, when you go to the airport, you take the shuttle. It's about a 1 hour trip and you need to work. So you use this base like a table. It's very comfortable because it's also anti-slip, so it doesn't slip down. Then I sent you also some, I would say, product like backpack, because also backpack, I said maybe Korean like to use backpack while they are traveling underground or walking, etc. So I just sent you few models of backpack. So if I'm not wrong, you have Surface and Defend. Note that Defend has a very special, I would say, zip that is in the back part. So this is a way to avoid that people try to infringe and enter in your backpack. And both have the USB cable. So this is also another, I would say, interesting thing for customers, that they need to charge the battery of the smartphone and being comfortable leaving the smartphone inside and charging with the cable outside the battery charger. So this is, I would say, synthetically some informations about us. If you have any question, please don't hesitate. I would like to let you understand how Roncato is a valuable partner, because, for example, in Japan, which is a very important market for us, let's say that for professionals that are in the luggage business, everybody knows that I would say, one of the biggest international brand in the world is Samsonite.
Yes.
And in the luxury business is Rimowa.
Yes.
Okay. Roncato started the cooperation in Japan around 9 years ago with the sister company of the ex-distributor of Rimowa. Okay?
Grazie. Grazie.
Grazie. Enjoy
Ciao.
your day. Ciao. And Mr. Kim, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice to meet you.
Bye, nice to meet you. And hope to see you soon and to discuss with you further.
Ok,
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Grazie,
Have a nice day.
grazie.
Bye. Bye
ciao.
bye. Ciao. Ciao ciao.
Made in Italy, you can immediately recognize from the touch of the lead, from the softness.
It's something that is very timeless.
Service is everything, from the very beginning to the very end.
As our icon.
And actually, if you talk exactly about this bag, I would like to show you this detail that is made using the old tradition of molding on wood to create this pocket.
We use calf skin genuine leather, vegetable tanned.
And this design was deposited and covered by exclusive rights all over the world.